grabbed my wrist. The billboard was promoting someone I knew, but boy, I'm glad I'm not in his shoes, 'cause I'm free.
Right, having a good trip, taking it nice and easy. We've just been through Birdport. We're unsuccessful getting some scallops there, but I'm sure we'll find some down the track. Our place tonight is going to be here in Scottsdale. So in Scottsdale, yeah, she's good, she's thumbs up. So this was a creation done by a bloke called Joshy, and he sadly passed away 2004, but he spent some time here in Scottsdale, I think 20 odd years as a cabinet maker. Anyway, there must have been a bit of bad weather and it blew one of the trees down across his gateway. So instead of cutting it up for firewood, he made a big thumb. And when everybody sort of said, why the big thumb? He says, well, there's the big prawn, the big banana. What else have we seen? The big galah and things. He says, well, Scottsdale's got the big thumbs up. So yeah, nice novel one as you come into the town of Scottsdale. Let's go. Right, next morning, great spot here in Scottsdale. We didn't get up to too much, restocked some of our supplies, and we found this fantastic RV park, really top notch. It's pretty busy, it's very popular, but I can see why it's popular. Now, up here is a little signboard. Now, this is Northeast Park. Now you think, well, it's on the northeast side of Scottsdale, but no, it was a concept created by a bloke named Charles Northeast back in 1930s, and he wanted a concept where he could get a sort of like a back to nature, a place where you can have recreation, some swimming, some walking, enjoy some of the wildlife that comes around. And trust me, I've seen lots of it today. Well, yesterday as well. Just now we just seen the eel. I haven't seen the platypus, that's one thing I haven't seen, but the ducks are absolutely gorgeous. And we saw the, on the side here, we saw the black and yellow cockatoo. This one here, man, what a big bird. As you know from my Western Australia, I love the red and black cockatoo. But yeah, the yellow cockatoo. We've seen plenty of butterflies, haven't seen the lizards or the frogs, one or two wallabies, and I'd love to see the giant freshwater crayfish. And of course he has been missing, but we have seen a platypus. So yeah, what a great little invention around here that Charles Northeast did. Great facilities, there's dump sites, there's toilets, there's showers, even for a free RV park donation at the other end. They've got water and silage area where you can dump as well, which is terrific. Not to mention, beautiful walk. So well done, Scottsdale, thank you very much. Love your work. We're heading onwards, further east. We've arrived in a town called Derby. Now, it's mad mountain biking. So you can get your shuttles here and they will drive you all over the massive amount of tracks. So just to give you an idea, I mean, we're down in this area here. So the shuttle can drop you off here and you can do all these tracks all the way back. Also, there's a really neat little feature over here down by the lake that we're going to have a look. It's a sauna by the lake. Not going to take part in it, but we're just going to see what it's all about. And yeah, there's a tunnel in here I want to go and check out. So I'll find from one of the operators here on what we've got to do, because you've got to be careful. These bikers have got the right of way. So it's their playground. We just want to go for a walk on it. And I don't have, of course, the mountain bikes, they're back on the mainland. Right, well, we've just come up from the road. It's probably been about a 15-minute quiet stroll. along the mountain bike track. It is fairly well labelled with the Derby Tunnel. So you get to a bit of an intersection here. You see a little bit of mining equipment on the edge, and boom, into the distance there. So Jude's going first to clear the way. We did see a snake on the trail too, so but man, they're so quick. Jude had her camera actually on her chest, and before she could actually take any photos, gone. But it was probably about it was probably a good metre and a bit. But anyway, go and check out the Derby Tunnel. So what we're walking into is an old tin mine. I mean, tin mines were numerous around Tasmania. This is my first tin mine, and yeah, apparently you can see little trinkets of tin and a few critters and things. So have a look. Looks pretty cool to start with. So it's quite neat. It's good height. It's 2 meters. It's a good height. And it's got some lights. And it's amazing that you can actually ride this with a mountain bike. It's pretty neat. So Jude's coming back from the other end. I hear some people coming, so better make sure they can see me. We were walking through the tunnel, and the lights went out. So I wonder whether the lights have got some kind of timer, but definitely adds a different feel to the tunnel. Check how dark it is. That's it. Who put the lights out? Yeah. So it's a 200-metre tunnel. I say the lights went out about halfway, so it's pretty cool. We're back. Well, there we have it. Pop, we're out the other side. So that was pretty cool. I wish I could tell you a little bit more. I might be able to Google it when we're back. I was hoping to find some kind of little brochure. There are a little plaque that said this is the tin mine, this is when it was built and how much they got out of it. And I couldn't really, I don't know what tin looks like, but there were some blue lights as you go through, and I think they might have been highlighting areas where the tin might be in the wall still. But a really cool trail. It's neat, and the fact that you can come here, bike through it, and all the rest of the hills and things. It's a wild little park. It's pretty cool.
In 1874, tin was discovered in Derby and a settlement was established. The Krushka brothers set up a mine and named it the Brothers Mine. By the 1890s, Derby's population had flourished with over 3,000 people. Its tin mine was one of the richest in the world, employing hundreds of men and exporting tin worldwide. By 1929, on the eve of the Great Depression, Derby was a thriving little town with a school, a boarding house, a doctor's residence, a hospital, and many other businesses including 2 butchers, 2 bakeries, 3 hotels, and a cordial factory. In April 1929, there was a downpour of rain which lasted 5 days, finishing in a downpour of 5 inches over 2 hours. The Briseis Dam held around 188 million gallons of water, but during the days of rain, the water began flowing over the top of the dam. On the 4th of April, disaster hit. The dam burst, releasing a 30-meter wall of water, mud and debris into the Cascade River. A disastrous amount of muddy water laden with debris hit Derby, flooding the mine. It destroyed homes, the railway station and every bridge on the river, as far as Cataract Gorge, 94 kilometers away. The flood, which lasted several days, was the worst in modern Tasmanian history. For over 5 hours the river reversed its flow, running uphill for 8 kilometers. Amongst the mountain of debris left behind, there was a 10-ton granite boulder. 14 people were known to have drowned. Some bodies were carried many kilometers downstream and buried in mud and wreckage. Meanwhile, hearing of the approaching flood, the mine's assistant manager, William Beamish, ran to the face of the mine trying to warn his workmates of the approaching disaster. Sadly, he was swept away and lost his life. Senior Constable Taylor braved the rushing waters in a small boat only big enough for 2 people. He brought many men to dry land, one at a time. The mine reopened 5 years after the flood, but it never reached its previous levels of output and it closed in 1948. The Briseis Dam, renamed the Cascade Dam, was rebuilt in 1936 and now holds water covering an area of 49 hectares.
Well, we've had fun with the tin mine at Derby. Now we've come to Lake Derby, so we're virtually just over the hill, just walking distance. And we come to this incredible little view. How nice is that? Now, the little shack that you see there, the little dark coloured one, you see it's got a chimney on it. That is a sauna. Pay back in town there, come over here, sit in the sauna. And then there's a couple in there at the moment. They're out there swimming in the lake when it gets too hot. So really nice and tranquil. Beautiful little spot. Right, it's the next morning from our Scottsdale stop. Wasn't a lot to do in Scottsdale.